Hi, I'm James, I'm single, and I'm retiring, well, in the next few years. Today we're going to look at something that could help us actually brighten our communications with our family and our friends. We're going to be looking at Snapchat and the filters that it gives us to be adding on to our communications and make them brighter and happier. Hi, I'm James and I'm retiring soon-ish. We're looking at Snapchat today and the filters that can go on it. And do you know, a lot of us haven't actually investigated Snapchat for quite some time. I know it was very big with my kids just a few years ago, and it may be that it's passing, but the principles aren't. It's a way of adding things to our faces, and like silly glasses and silly faces, and that can actually brighten up our communications. We're in the office at the minute, or not at the office, working from home, and communications are dull. They're through WebEx, they're through Teams, they're through whatever, Zoom. But that's not the communication that we have outside work. Outside work, we're more, dropping little notes to our friends, or come and meet me at the pub, or talking to our children or grandchildren if we've got them. We want to make those brighter. We don't want to make them seem like another work memo. Your presence is required, or you've got a meeting appointment. No, that's come and meet me down the pub is much easier said if you're wearing a funny face, especially on something like St. Patrick's Day. Download the app, Snapchat. You'll be able to get it in the Play Store or the App Store. And let's have a look at it together, because some of these filters are really quite something. I'll just go and sit down, and I'll be back in just a moment. Don't go away.
So, here we are in Snapchat. I'm recording the screen. Let's switch to a different view. So here we are in a very odd situation, aren't we? You're me and I'm you. You're looking at my iPad, really, effectively, and Snapchat open on my iPad. So this is it. In the top corner over here somewhere, you've got these little icons which which do various things. I suppose they put music on, they set it to either snap or a video, and they lights and things. Important thing for me is to make sure that it's actually on video at the minute, so that it can record. And then you get these icon things across the bottom, and they can do such great things sometimes. Let's just try one right now. There's not really a lot you can say to that, is there? Let's try this back the other way around. Okay. And here we go. Let's pick one of the emoji icons and see what sort of things that they can do. This one, they're not always quite so giving. This one, depending on where you move around the screen, it's like being in a hall of mirrors, wouldn't you say? You can even make my beard grow somewhat. I've just noticed. That's the sort of thing, but that's only the beginning of it. There's so many creative people out there have already created so many actual funny things to put on your face that it's worth trying a few of them. It keeps me amused anyway. So here's one. It covers a multitude of sins and blotches on your face, but it sends a wonderful message coming up to Valentine's Day as we are. And of course these things are just as easily removed by another touch of the button. So you have to press the button to record it. And then you've got a choice of whether you want to save it or send it or what you want to do with it. So let me try a different one. I always wondered what I would look like as Shrek. See, if I smile, then the whole world smiles with me. Cry and I cry alone. Yeah, this is very Shreky. What do you think? And it's all done at the touch of a button. 1 minute I'm Shrek, the next minute I'm this beautiful whatever certainly loves things. Yeah, look at that. Mwah. Yeah, no, it's not blowing a kiss in there. Oh, there we go. That's nice.
Sometimes, sir, not only does it change the look in your face by Well, they're not my ears, and it's not really that, my nose isn't really that bright. It changes your voice as well, as you can hear. This is not me putting on a voice, this is my normal voice. It just translates it for me as it gets to the other end.
And sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, we might not have a message to send. And what we have to do is just keep ourselves amused. And is there anything wrong with that? I can keep going for hours. There's that many of these things that they call filters. Sometimes it can be as simple as wanting to look stern with a pair of glasses on, or, well, can you actually? You probably couldn't look stern in these glasses if you tried. Now, what's this one you say? I've added a moustache. Can't you tell? Twiddle, 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 and the moustache, it's not there. Maybe even in our calls, we should be COVID aware. What do you think? Yeah? That's better. It's always better to wear a mask. You can even have the hoodie as well, you know. Actually, did I tell you I was vaccinated today? Probably accounts for some of the red blotches on the face that I'm covering up right now. Let's not talk about gradual transformation. Now that's clever. I think that's clever because it's a talking horse. Of course horses talk. They always talk. But it's me. It's me. Secretly, it's me. It's me still. Bounce, 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 bounce. Come on, bounce. The fairy tale of Christmas, isn't it? It's snowing indoors. How unlikely is that? Can make you into a bit of a devil, can't it? Yeah. But there we go. It's leaving red marks on my face. Well, it's not really.
So this little piggy, the one that went to market, what happened to him? Hey? Did anybody care? No, nobody cared. It's so sad. Sad.
It even turned my eyes a sort of cat colour. I was so sad about it, about him having to go to market. Better bacon sandwiches for me. And so with the magic, which just comes with you being inside my iPad, I can show you that when you think you've run out, there's so many more that you can actually pick up and change the way you want. And ultimately, if you can't find the one that you want, you just create it. And that's really good. Let's pick an avocado. Let's see how an avocado might look. Oh. So this is me with a head like an avocado. And they did say if I ate any more avocados, it would turn into one. And look what it is. Maybe I got the beauty instructions slightly wrong on that packet. They have everything from the terribly, terribly cute and dancy Mr. Potato Head. And you can do with him what you want. You can turn to the left and the right and he'll dance with you. They have some that are ever so cute. Ever so cute. Like this bear. Who wouldn't love him? Whose grandchildren wouldn't be so jealous you had a bear to give you a cuddle? Entirely unlike this chap. Yes, very scary. Especially if you've seen one or two particular horror films, I think. You'll find you become very devilish in the end, and you can turn these horns any colour you like, and I believe you can turn your eyes as well. But don't get too carried away. You might end up, the wind might change, you might end up just staying like this. Imagine, you could whistle through your teeth. I seem to have come a full circle. Maybe it's not a bad place to stop. I hope it's given you some sort of flavour of Snapchat. It has so many features that you can record them, you can change them, you can splice them together. And I do believe, I won't go through it all right now, but I believe you can stack them. So you could have blue eyes and put on a potato head or something like that. There's certain ones will stack. I suppose, it can get a little tedious if you're changing all the way through a conversation or a chat, as you've probably already seen. How many have I done in such a short time? But be selective with it. But make it fun. Make it something that's going to, amuse you and amuse them. If they're not that sort of person, don't do it. It's such a logical sort of thing, isn't it? Why do it if they're not going to like it and it just amuses you? Of course, if it doesn't even amuse you, You're not going to do it at all, are you? You've probably clicked off this video by now already. Ha. I really have almost finished now. And what can I say? I don't want to make you an awful mess to clean off the floor, won't it? I've noticed this one actually has quite a nice effect on my complexion. So, it's making me that much younger. I think me and him will go and cuddle somewhere else. It's been great. Give the technology a try. You're only going to find stuff that you love. You know, the technology doesn't go away. The technology is only going to get more as we get older. And there's no point just handing the world over to the kids. You know, we're going to hand them the keys of the car eventually, or the keys of the house. In the meantime, we're going to just try and keep up with them.